Hello, Jello right over here for another dota review. Okay, played 2 games of Bane and what went down the last game that I actually play, right, it feels very really, it feels like not very dota rich, that the type of dota that I actually know it. Yes, it feels like I got time, I got space, I got room to breathe, and how I should think about it is movement as a whole, team as a whole. And I think that instead of thinking how to move the single guy or a singular person to, it feels like I just don't need to like overdo stuff. I feel like I'm kind of like overdoing stuff a little, and which puts me onto a position of like way too much stress, which makes me I cannot like think properly to like do a proper output doing for the whole process of the game, but which makes myself feel super duper weird. I think that it is super duper important for me to allow my game to be in a more powerful manner, I'll say. I just feel super duper weird, like something is so empty inside of the games that I actually play, and it causes a lot of like frustrations to my teammates and everyone else. It feels almost impossible for me to like kind of like improve on the games itself, and that I need to keep on losing in order to put myself into a position for myself to succeed in the game itself. I think that I need to work on a lot of like various aspects. It feels like very mysterious to me. This is a beautiful word, mysterious. So this whole thing about this position 5 support that I'm actually playing, it's like a whole new kind of like a mystery for me to kind of like discover. I think that it is super hard, like it will take a lot of time for me to find out the first thing to work on, and then the second thing. And coming to that, I actually discovered one thing for me myself to work on, which is to plant vision of like wherever the space that I can overtake the place. I think that it is important for me to mark the territory for the next few minutes or next few team fights that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. If it happens over at our territory, we most likely gonna succeed in the team fight. I think that setting up for my team to actually start to snowball at around like starting with the 15 minutes mark, it's super duper important. I think that whenever I see an opening, I need to call for a strike. I need to call for attack command for my team to actually go. I think that I kind of tired. That's why I did not like do a awareness check for myself on what the hell is going on during the games itself. It feels like I'm just on an autopilot mode, which is super duper bad. I think that it is important for myself to keep myself mindful of the actions, the things that I actually do during the game, inside game, outside game. It's super duper important, and that I'm starting to lose control of my individuality in terms of like being super independent, to do the things that I think that is super duper important for me. I think that I need to stop relying on others. I feel that that is super duper important, you know what I mean? Like I need to find the things that I actually want to do, which is to film the video right over here. And yeah, I'm going very indirect right over here because I still have not like do a proper affirmation of what the hell is going on to me on the situation as a whole, or rather that is an excuse for me not to reveal the truth. I don't know about that, but that's that. I think that it's super duper hard, you know. Games are really super duper difficult for myself to go through to become as a better Dota player, to win more games as a whole. I think that just giving an all in, it's super duper important for me as a player. I just want to, you know, give my best, do my best in everything that I am encountering. I feel that there are moments that I feel that I am losing to the micro moments of the game itself, like losing. I feel super duper bad. I think that it's super duper difficult for me to come back from these moments, like this despair. Like although there's very little things for me to do, I think that I need to have this awareness self-check that I have very little mechanics for me to handle, and I need to put that, I should stop putting that onto the pedestal on why we actually lose the game. Instead, I got to look at the macro picture, look at the bigger picture, look at things that actually matter. Did I call for a smoke command after the 15-minute marks? Did I constantly do it? Did I plant the wards constantly when I am given chance to mark my territory? Did I actually do the proper warding? Did I think of the frequency of my warding? How much should it be? How little should it be? That kind of a thing. I think that that's super duper important. At this point of time, I'm gonna chow soon. So let me do a time check. It's actually 7:45 and there's just two plus more minutes left, and I'm gonna do a title for this video right over here, and I'll just say this time to not get distracted, you know. What I mean by this is that not to get distracted, this topic of not getting distracted, right over here, why I call this whole video the topic of like not to get distracted, is simply like there is like emotions that kicks in, there's like personal feelings that kicks in that puts me onto a position like thinking like, am I actually enjoying the game? No, let's not get into that, you know. Like we got to like keep on thinking of the opportunities, thinking of what can happen, what can I do, what is the enemy trying to do, what am I trying to do, what are we good at, what are they bad at, are they setting up, what is so good, what is so strong about them, and you know what I mean. I think that it's important, you know, like I just got to, you know, calm the fuck down, become cool, collected, and look at the whole picture as the whole game itself. What is the possibilities that we can actually do, even though we are broken down into like 20%, 15%, what is the possibility that we can do? What is the opening? That's how I really think about it. I really think that I got to be confident in doing the offense. I feel like I'm playing on defense, you know what I mean? I'm just waiting things to happen and then react to it. I think that I need to be very super duper active in thinking of what is the possibilities, what is the things that can help my team to be set up to actually win the team fight as a whole, like thinking for the whole team as a whole. I think that those two games is pretty similar, and the similar things that I actually want to attack on as the same things that I mentioned on the last game. It definitely applies to the second last game, because that's how I actually definitely feel like super duper uncomfortable, like it's like a whole new world, a mystery for me to kind of like discover for myself to actually win the game itself. Let me jump into somewhere very specific. During the early game, I just need to think of how can I provide the value for this carry. That's all. And after 10 to 15 minute marks, I need to think of the whole team as a whole. What is our game plan? What is the opponent's game plan? And what is our game plan? I need to like be constantly thinking, be very active in realizing the patterns of how the opponent are actually moving, you know what I mean, and then kind of do a strike, you know. I think that I don't really necessarily need to think so much about how my team actually move. I need to put on like 100% trust on their capabilities, on what they can actually do, and try to strike it all out, you know what I mean. When they're strong, they got to tell me, and when the opponent's strong, I gonna tell them. I think that different responsibilities on different players is like super duper important for ourselves to be able to like be aware of the opponent's side and as well as our side, so that we can actually produce some results out. So you know what I mean, like super duper active thinking, you know what I mean. After 15-minute mark, actually that's where we actually want to work on, and constant walling mechanics on marking territory, which is like super duper important. And I just want to put my head down and work the fuck out, and don't worry so much on the mechanics. It doesn't matter that much at all, and I just gotta just play. You know what I mean? Whatever's come natural, I just gotta play it all out, and that's how I actually think about the two games. You know what I mean? Thanks for watching. That's it for this video. Yeah, peace out, guys.